All right, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing today? We are back. The Dunces are back with another video out here today with Johnny and Isandro. How you guys doing today, fellas?
I'm chilling, bro. After the news of Damian Lillard, I am here in Portland, Oregon,
Oh
at the
man.
Moda Center on behalf of Damian Lillard to get him as an All-Star starter.
I
I don't know what
I,
you guys doing, but I'm here in Portland.
I was just about to ask you what arena is that because that looked like Chicago, but because it's shout out Levine.
He
But
wanted to go to Portland, but he ended up in
yeah,
Chicago.
No, this
hey,
is this is the Moda Center, fellas.
okay, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. How about you, Isandro? How you feeling today, bro?
I mean, I'm home. I'm nowhere near Portland, so I think Johnny's doing a little better than me,
I mean,
unfortunately.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you're another
I'm
one
happy
who
for
was
Johnny
saying
though.
You're another one who was saying a lot of stuff about Dame. So you know what? Let's just jump right into it. Damian Lillard, was he or was he not snubbed for an All-Star starter vote? What do you guys think? I'm gonna start off with Johnny on this one only because he's here in Oregon. So, Johnny, go ahead, bro.
So I was here, talking to my friends here at the Portland organization, the GM, the president. President's wife knows how to make a great cordon bleu. Like the way she, okay, never mind. But the Damian Lillard deserves to be an All-Star starter just because of what he's had to go through, and his numbers are impacting winning. I feel like if you want to be a starter in the All-Star starter, you have to have good numbers, and that impacts winning. Because you can put All-Star numbers, yeah, sure, but you're not going to be a starter. I'm not sure why we're rewarding people who are not impacting their teams of winning as an All-Star starter. Dame without CJ, Zach Collins, who is probably in the hospital every single day because he's just always injured. Nurkic injured. CJ was playing some of the best basketball of his career injured. And not only are they keeping them afloat, but they're fourth in the West. Like we're talking about above Phoenix, who's starting to get healthy, but they're not healthy. Damian Lillard's hitting big shots, averaging at least 29, 4 and 5, I think. Efficient shooting. Yeah, that's the recipe for All Star starter. But if you look at Luka, his numbers aren't really impacting of winning, not as of yet. He's putting up good numbers. He's doing everything for that team, but it's not impacting winning. And they have so much more talent on the floor compared to Portland right now. So that's why I feel like he's
Ooh,
a starter.
I like that take, as I kind of disagree with that. But just before we get into this conversation a little bit more, just a quick history lesson on those who don't really know about the voting, how it works, right? So Damian Lillard and Luka Doncic were tied with the media vote, and who else was it? It was the media and the player voting, right? So the tiebreaker in this scenario had to be the fan voting. The fans voted in Luka over Dame. So what Johnny just said is completely right. There's nothing wrong except for that last thing. I don't think that Dallas has a better overall team than Portland does. But at the same time, they
As we
are,
speak right now,
yes,
yes, they
as we
do.
speak now, definitely yes now. But
So
overall,
that's
the
my point.
entire
That's
but the
that's
the
my point.
entire season though, no, because the Mavericks were affected a lot more by injuries and by COVID than than Portland was. But now, as of right
Yeah,
now,
that's
you're right.
that's true.
You're right. But I personally don't think that it's that big of a deal. And the reason why I say it is because it's fan voting. Because if it was media, of course, it should have been Dame. Hands down, it should have been Dame. You're telling me Damian Lillard is playing with a bunch of nobodies out there besides Rocco? Because I mean, Nurkic is another one who's been out in and out of the lineup too, and like Dame is balling. He's doing amazing, so he definitely deserves to be an all-star starter by
He said
media and by
Rocco.
other players. Yeah, Rocco, man, it's dirty,
Uh,
bro.
bro,
But
He said nobody's been. Then he said,
no,
Carmelo,
Rocco's
as
dirty,
if
bro. What are you
Carmelo
talking
just
about?
dropped like, okay, all right, all right.
Okay, yes, Melo, of course. I mean, I forget that Melo's in Portland anyway, but yes, like they have a solid team. But my point is that the fans, because Luca has a whole following in Europe, right? Like, of course he's gonna get those votes. Zaza Pachulia got a lot of love from his people from where was it, Georgia, out
Georgia.
there in Europe. So it's not that Dame doesn't deserve it. He definitely deserves it, but does he deserve it over Steph? No. Now with Luca, he might deserve it as an individual player going up against other players, but for the fans, This is a fan game. Fans want to see their favorite players, and most fans are gonna go for their guy. Their guy in this case is Luka Doncic, who is from Europe. I mean, Europeans are always gonna go for each other, so you can't be mad at Dame not being an All-Star starter because he's gonna get in regardless. Like if the coaches are gonna vote him in. But Isandro, what do you think about
I think
the whole
it's a little bit of
situation?
that of what you said, and a little bit of where they're at. Damien's in Portland, and Doncic is in Texas, right? And from the very beginning, from the very like from his first game, he's always been over. Like I wouldn't say overhyped, but he's always been mad hyped. Always Doncic for his 3 years in the league, right? But in Portland, there's like it's a small market, not a lot of media attention goes on there, so a lot of people don't really know what's really going on in Portland. So people just see Steph Curry, who obviously deserves it, but he's also a big name. They see Damian Lillard. They know he's a good player. They don't really know what's going on, and they see Luka Doncic. They see that name there. Oh, it's got to be Luka, right? I think that's a big contributing factor to why Luka got voted in ahead of Dame Dollar.
But okay, but like I said, that's why I'm saying the All Star starters has got to have more dignity than the fan. Why is the fan vote the determining factor?
Because
The
the
media
fans are
vote.
the ones who are going to see
Yeah,
the
it's a
game.
fans
It's what they
game,
want,
Exactly. So
right?
really.
that's my point. That's my point. If it's about the fans, but it doesn't matter because Luca's gonna get in regardless. So why can't the starters
Because the
have
fans
more?
want to see Luca start. So give the fans what they
Luca's
want because
gonna
it's
be
for
in the
them.
game.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Johnny, because that's literally what I just said about Dame. Dame is gonna get in the game regardless. So it's like it's more of like a give and take. Like, of course, the fans.
But
I mean, back then it used to be just a fan vote. Now at least there's at least some type of okay. If the fans want this guy, but the media and the players want another guy, they're gonna go after that other guy. It doesn't matter that Dame isn't a starter because at the end of the day, he's gonna get time in the All Star game, and he's probably going to put up buckets, more buckets than Luca will. So I don't think it's a big deal. If I wasn't stupid and I actually voted, I still would have voted Luca because Luca, I love Luca. I love Dame, but to me, I love Luca a lot more than Dame. So I would have voted him because I'm a fan, not because I'm seeing the numbers or because I'm seeing what this guy, how deserving he is of it, but because I want to see Luka Doncic start. That's the only reason why I would do it. But I get exactly what you're saying, and you
but
can go
see
ahead and
that shouldn't be the case because as an All Star starter, that's like probably one of the best rewards of the mid season. Like the players that deserve to get that honor of being an all-star starter. It's an honor. When they address LeBron as an all-star, they don't say LeBron is a 70-time all-star. They say 17-time all-star starter. It's an honor to be a starter. It shows that you're hard. It shows that you're one of the upperclassmen in the league, and Dame is. And to just put him on the bench, I think that's just disrespectful to what Dame has been doing. For Luca, who's not even in the playoff, I mean, technically in the playoff chase because of the plan,
yeah, but he's under
but
500. Yeah,
they're under 500 like
In the West. In the
in the
West.
West, but still the Mavericks shouldn't be under 500. At
Yeah,
least
no, I'm
need
saying like because in the East, a ton of teams are under 500, but in the West, not a lot of teams are under 500. At least not in the playoff team, like the playoff teams. So says a
so
lot.
that another point that kind of gets me into the Bradley Beal and Zach LaVine thing. What do you guys think
oh
about?
yeah, no, we're gonna get into that. We're just gonna one last thing about Dame,
Okay,
the whole thing. Um, as for the overall, once the All Star game is over, because we kind of talked about it a little bit before, but who's gonna have a bigger impact come playoff time? Will it be the Trailblazers or will it be the Mavericks? And if so, does that factor into your decision on who should be an All Star starter, or it
no,
doesn't really matter because it's after the All Star break?
yeah,
What do you
that
guys think?
doesn't matter at all.
It shouldn't, right? So now we're gonna get back into it. So if it doesn't matter how important Dame is gonna be later on in the playoffs, because that's what we look at. We're like, okay, once this guy's in the playoffs, okay, then that's why he deserves to be this. That's why he deserves to be talked about. So then why are we getting mad that Dame is not an All Star starter? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things to take into consideration. I still would have voted Luka because I personally like Luka Doncic. So the fan voting, they're always gonna be wrong. Zaza Pachulia should have never even been a name that ever got brought up, but it was.
Klay
So it's
Thompson was being voted in this year. Man's
yeah,
is off of two
it's
injuries. Like
stupid. Like casual fans, they're annoying, but they exist, and of course, Dame deserves it. But you guys really think Dame cares? Highly doubt it, bro. Like
I
Dame's
think
still
Bro,
gonna.
dude, I
he's
don't
in the
think
MVP chase,
I think
top
Dame
5.
cares. Bro, I would care if I put up better numbers than someone and they got to be an all-star starter. Because remember, the starters, like, bro, I don't know. I'd feel some type of way if I was putting up better numbers, I was impacting winning, and this guy gets an award because he's just more popular in Europe. That's disrespectful to me.
Yeah, that
Well,
Especially the work
it's
that I
really
put.
Dame's impact though, because Luka is averaging better numbers, similar
Yeah,
shooting,
he's
better
got
But you
rebounding,
know
better
what? Hold on.
assists.
But
yes.
you just said it right there. It's Dame's impact, bro. If Luca wasn't on that team, I'm sorry, but that's the worst team in the league. Like even regardless of Kristaps, I mean, Kristaps is not looking the same. He's too fragile, right? So if Luca is not on that team won't be in any type of conversation of trying to win basketball games.
You're
I'm
acting
sorry.
So
like
where would this Portland team be
you're
without
acting
Dame?
like Portland is like
No,
any
you're
better.
right. You're right. But the impact word. I'm just giving you guys like just another logical explanation onto why these both guys are deserving of an all-star starting spot,
The thing
but
is,
why
the
one
Mavs
does
still
might
suck.
deserve a little
Like
bit better.
you're talking about it like it's LeBron
I
James on the
know,
Cleveland Cavaliers. Like, bro, no,
but okay,
Bro, the entire Portland staff is laughing at you right now.
but what I'm telling you right now,
Right?
I'm literally
Yeah.
giving you guys.
Okay.
I'm literally giving you guys just another way to look at it. Obviously, if Dame wasn't there, they wouldn't be good. I'm just telling you that if Luca wasn't there, they would be even worse than what they are now. Like Luca was playing with G League guys to begin the season, and they were all fat and out of shape. like and Dame, at least he did not, but he had CJ at the time. So there's so many like factors we have to put into it. At the end of the day, they're both going to be all stars in the NBA.
I
So
agree. Because look at Jokic. Like his team, they're okay, but you take him off that team, and you see the impact.
well, Jamal Murray just scored 50. So
Just
I
scored 50
mean,
because he hasn't been
wow,
stepping up. He's got
amazing.
Porzingis syndrome right now because he hasn't been stepping up
Yeah, Jamal
other than
Murray sucks.
these
But
last two games. So
anyway, we're gonna continue on now to what Johnny alluded to beforehand. Eastern Conference. Zach Levine is not an all-star starter, but we were gonna talk about reserves, and we're gonna get into reserves in a few. But Bradley Beal, Johnny seems very eager to talk about this. So Johnny, I'm gonna let you start. Why shouldn't Bradley Beal be an all-star starter? You kind of alluded to it before, but now let's get into Bradley Beal specifically.
An all-star player, I mean, if you just look at the other starters on the Eastern Conference. Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, who else? Um,
Giannis.
Giannis, Joel
Yeah.
Embiid.
Yeah.
Their numbers are impacting winning, right? Which means that his numbers aren't meaningless. Their numbers are having they're the reason why their teams are in their respective positions. Giannis, I mean, Giannis, the Bucks are on a slump right now, but he's still putting up great numbers at the last. But for Bradley Beal to be an All-Star starter, averaging 32 points per game, and you're last in the worst conference in the league, that's that's inexcusable to me. I can't put him as an all-star starter because what is his numbers doing? But then, I mean, then you could say, well, I mean, Wizards did go through a lot of COVID issues. They lost Thomas Bryant, but still, I mean,
They
32.
sucked regardless.
They suck regardless.
yeah. Yeah.
They're not a good team. Like Bradley Beal's numbers are doing nothing, and they're losing to bad teams. Like I I don't think that's not an all star starter to me. Maybe a reserve, but that's still not an all star starter to me. Like look at Zach Levine. Zach Levine's putting up less numbers, but I mean they're ninth in the West, and they still have a
East.
chance to be in
Yeah.
playoff contention.
Like in the
So
East, yeah.
at least his numbers are impacting the team, and he's great for the young guys. Kobe White is starting to emerge. You know,
Baller.
exactly. So I just don't think you can't be average 32 points per game and your team be last in the Eastern Conference, bro. With Russell Westbrook on your team, I can't.
Well,
I,
Russ sucks. But go ahead, Isandro.
no, I mean I kind of agree. I can see it in two ways. One is you kind of have to take into consideration he is leading the league in scoring. That cannot be taken lightly. But at the same time, the reason why he's leading the league in scoring is because he is on the worst team in the league. So if you're in you're one of the only, you're like there's two good players on that team. You're the one of the two good players on that team. You're gonna be getting buckets regardless. Like KD was on that. If KD was on that team, he'd be averaging the same, maybe even more. That's another
Yeah.
conversation. But I think the big reason why he was number one in each of like the fan, the media, and the players voting is because he's putting up these numbers. And last season he was snubbed.
That right there.
That's why he's getting voted in.
Yep.
If his team, I mean, his team is terrible, but he's still putting up these numbers. That's why they're voting him in.
But last year he didn't deserve it either. Honestly, I don't think he did. Because of what Johnny just said, they weren't winning games. Like, yeah, sure, they made the bubble, but the Wizards sucked last season too. And this season they suck even more. With when I'm gonna say what Jordan said with before the season even started, right? Oh, like this is a team that they were ninth in the East, and now they got Russell Westbrook. How are they not gonna be a top 6 seed or whatever? And I said it. Defensively, they suck. Bradley Beal can't play defense. All he's gonna do is just score like that. That's it, and that's exactly what he's been doing. It's scoring, and it's great scoring. Like, yo, Bradley Beal is a bucket. Like, you could, if he was on the contending team, I guarantee you, second option, and they definitely do great in the playoffs. But to be an All-Star starter again, majority and fan votes that's what matters. But he was number one with media and coaches, and Isandro said it perfectly. It's because he got quote unquote snubbed last season. So, does he deserve to be an All-Star starter? Probably not. But who would you put over him? Because everybody in the East is below 500 except for the Bucks, the Sixers, and the Nets. Every other team is literally below 500 or 500 exactly. So it's really not like that crazy to me to say that Bradley Beal isn't deserving of that All-Star spot when no one else really deserves it besides possibly Jaylen Brown. But other than
Probably
that,
James Harden, but it's only recently that we're kind of seeing this narrative being pulled through by the media. So
I don't know if they gave James Harden the All Star spot, there's
yeah,
some outrage, man.
yo,
because of
it would
Bradley
be
Beal
crazy.
being
God.
snubbed, yeah.
No, because of the Nets, and because we are amazing. But speaking of
They'd have
Harden,
3 starters, right? Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
Speaking of Harden, though, let's get into the reserves, guys, because reserves this season they're gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun season. A fun All Star game if it even gets to be played, because according to LeBron, they don't even want to play it. But according to Bleacher Report, they had an interesting article here predicting 2021 NBA All Stars. For those of you who don't have Bleacher Report, download it. It is a great app. I'm actually doing a presentation on it for my class on professional selling this Monday. So shout me out.
Sponsor us,
Uh,
Bleacher Report, please.
yes, for real,
We
Bleacher
love your
Report, please.
products.
We watch House of Highlights every day. As
Get
for
back in the zones.
facts, BR Kicks, shout out soccer, Isandro. But predicting 2021 NBA All Star reserves. So we're gonna start off with the East, and I just said it, James Harden. I think we can all agree that James Harden deserves to be an All Star reserve. Any disagreements there?
No.
Yeah, no, he is doing so. Yo, I know I don't like Harden, but man, I love him. Like, anybody
on
who
the
puts
Nets,
on
'cause he's on the
anybody who puts
Nets.
on a Nets jersey. I mean, unless your name is Tyler Johnson or DeAndre Jordan, you guys suck. By the
Okay,
way,
but
um,
you cannot put Tyler Johnson in the same sentence as DeAndre
I
Jordan. That is
hate Tyler
disrespectful.
Johnson. He sucks, bro. He's
Bro,
going
Man
to
Tyler
dropped
Delonte West.
17 on 80% 3-point shooting. Are you
Okay,
serious?
but you know what? It was against his former team in Phoenix, bro. No wonder he's in the ball
Okay,
out. No,
but
he sucks.
he is nowhere
Bro,
near as
he
bad as
basically
DeAndre Jordan,
he
bro.
basically saved you guys
Tyler-
from winning that game. He hooped.
Tyler
He hooped.
sucks. I hate Tyler. Nah, if Tyler Johnson, if you're watching this, I love you, but I don't like you. So yeah, James Harden, of course, hands down, he deserves it. He's been averaging what, like a triple double since he arrived. Of course, he deserves it. Jaylen Brown, no disagreements there. I hope not, because Jaylen Brown, bro, I think
Is he the best player on that Celtics
Yep.
team?
Yep.
Oh,
Hands down.
okay.
Hands down. This season, he's the best player. Next
33
season,
points in 19 minutes, bro.
Yo, he is. He reminds me of a lot of myself, to be honest. Like in 2K, bro, what? Like,
Yeah.
yo,
That 2K build, bro, go crazy.
to be honest.
Jaylen Brown probably has one of the most underrated handles in the league, bro, for his height. I mean, the way he
Really?
dribbles the ball is just so smooth.
So
He's
smooth,
good.
bro.
Oh
Oh
my
my,
God.
he reminds me of like a slimmer, like young Joe Johnson. Only
Yo,
like
how
it's
tall
just
is
the
he?
way he gets into the lane. Like, it's just beautiful to watch. He's 6'7".
Yeah, 6'7".
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
And he's
Wow.
It's
Because you're watching him, you're like, oh, this dude's so silky. I love the way he dribbles.
I hate
so
watching
silky.
him play and like thrive because he should have been a Brooklyn Net, but we're not gonna talk about that. So yeah, he's doing great, and he's only
Hey, you guys had
24.
Paul Pierce and KG. It's all good.
Don't even Isandro. I'm gonna over through the screen, bro. I'm gonna punch you. Um, another East front court player now, Bam Adebayo. Any questions on that one? Any disagreements on that one? Do
I
you
gotta
guys
pull up
think,
the
Johnny? I'm
stats.
seeing your face right now, bro. What's going on, man? What are you thinking?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't think Bam's an all-star. I can't put him over Julius
Ooh,
Randle. I don't
thank
think so.
you.
Can't
Yes,
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no. I'm looking at these stats right now. No way.
Julius. And you know what? I totally forgot about him until like the video started, and I was like, wait, Julius Randle. Julius Randle deserves to be an all star. So you
Yeah,
would
he does.
okay.
He deserves
So
it.
would you guys put Julius Randle over Bam, or do you guys want me to go over the rest of the list and then see if Randle could take somebody else's
Go over
spot?
the rest of the list. Go over the
Nah,
rest of
nah.
the list.
Julius over Bam right now, bro.
Okay, all right. Isandra saying that. Okay,
He's
and I
right.
like it because
He's right.
Randle's been
He's right.
balling.
He's right.
Okay, all right. So as of right now, I'm gonna go over the rest of the list though, but we are gonna talk about Randle. I think he deserves it. All right, they got Jason Tatum, who was dealing with COVID. You know, now he's still balling. He's putting up numbers. He's still dealing with some COVID like side effects or aftermath of COVID, whatever. He's
Yeah.
still dealing with some of
Fatigue.
that, but he's still balling. Is he deserving of an East front court
Oh yeah.
reserve?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hands
Totally.
down. The only reason why they're losing is because of Kemba, but that's a topic for another conversation.
Yo,
Um,
got to trade Kemba. I'm serious. They got to get rid of Kemba. Like,
they got to
in,
get depth
in
for Kemba.
hindsight, the Rozier Kemba signing trade was awful, bro. Like now that we look, like if they
Yeah,
kept Rozier, bro, like think about it. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, bro. Like that's
yeah,
so.
And
it,
Rozier is cheaper, right? He would have been cheaper.
yeah, and
Nah,
I mean, Kemba's a really good leader on and off the court. It's just
yeah,
his injuries, man. They're
knees.
I don't know, man. He's
Yeah,
looking
the
more
thing
like
is, I
a
don't think they could have seen that coming with all the injuries
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah,
That's why
exactly.
yeah
That's why I said in hindsight because now that we look
yeah
at back then it
yeah
was like, oh, bro, this is the Celtics are on
yeah.
top.
Yeah, but shout out Kemba. Hopefully he gets better. Hopefully the team. I mean, no,
Yo,
not hopefully because I hate the
Celtics,
Celtics. Screw the Celtics.
they've
I'm an
been
S
really unlucky with their point guards if you think about it. IT getting injured, Kyrie
Kyrie being
Irving
crazy,
not doing good.
and now
Kyrie,
Kemba.
Kyrie just like just changing his personality.
Yeah,
Just
it's complete. Yo, I mean, Kyrie still started for the Nets though, so shout out the Nets. Anyway, we're gonna keep moving on
Kyrie,
here.
leave LeBron alone, Kyrie.
Dude, you
He did
saw that in the
everything.
game. What could he
He
say
did
to him?
everything.
That's the guy shooting your free throws.
Bro,
That's
Yo,
your best
bro.
free throw shooter.
you know what Kyrie is like? Kyrie is like the rapper that said his teacher would always was always wishing harm upon him when the teacher was probably the most supportive teacher he's ever had.
To be
Look, all
honest,
LeBron tried to do was just coddle Kyrie, make sure he's MVP. He gave him the game-winning shot in Game 7, crying out loud.
for
And now
real.
he's crazy.
Look, if you guys want to know a little bit more about this, in Road Tripping, a podcast that Channing Frye does with Richard Jefferson and Ali Clifton, they had LeBron on, and LeBron, when he heard those comments, he was like, "I just wanted him to win MVP." Like LeBron loved Kyrie, bro, but Kyrie's crazy, but he loved KD, and that's all that matters is going to win a championship. Anyway, East front court, Chris Middleton. That's what
No,
they have here.
no.
See, in this case, I'd put Randall over Middleton, and maybe keep Bam, only because you kind of need a
Okay,
player.
but then who are you putting Vucevic over?
That's why we're gonna
Okay,
get
but
into it.
Vucevic over Bam any day. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, hands down. Now East wild cards, there are two. Ben Simmons, is he deserving of an All-Star reserve spot? Over in this case, so we took out Middleton and we took out Bam. So now we have Randall and who did we say? Vucevic.
Vucevic. Mhm.
So is Ben Simmons deserving over now? Let's say Bam, Zach Levine. You know,
There's no way you can say Ben Simmons is an all-star over Zach Levine. Not what he's doing right now.
yep, I agree. I agree, and
Yeah. I
it's
mean,
sad
not
to
right
see.
now, because he dropped 40, 44, and 12, but this season, right?
Yeah, it's weird because I mean Philly is doing so good, but you can still see that Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid don't work, man. Like it's not a good pairing, and one of them has to go. And as of right now, the one that has to go is Ben Simmons.
Yeah, you see it because either one, when the other one's not playing, they'll lose, but one of them will thrive.
Yeah.
Embiid will do good regardless, but Ben Simmons takes less shots. When Embiid wasn't there, he dropped that 40 piece, 44,
Yeah.
9, and 12.
But I
They
don't
just
think.
can't work together.
But I don't like you would want that to make that work, right? Because like, why would you lose probably one of the best defensive point guards in the league, who has the ability to give you at least 20 and 10 every night and like 7, 8 assists? You would want to make that work over time.
That's why
He
they
had
didn't trade James Harden the first
yeah.
time. They didn't trade for James Harden the first time around. They
He has
wanted him.
he has the ability to do so, but he also won't do it because he has another player who needs to be inside the paint, clogging up the way that he can only get buckets. Like it's just not a
But
good pairing. But at the same time,
Embiid can shoot
Joel,
though. He's
yeah,
got the
he's gonna
highest mid range percentage.
but
Yeah.
you want him in, and you want him back to the basket. Like Doc Rivers thrives with big men, and you need him inside the paint. Yeah, he could do other
I
things.
guess what you're saying
but
is you can't have both in the paint, right? And you're gonna want Embiid out of the two of them to
yeah,
be in the
of
paint.
course.
Yeah.
But
It's
here's the thing, though. It wasn't a problem. It wasn't a problem when they had Jimmy Butler. So that's the
yeah, because
point.
they had a go-to scorer. Yeah, they had a
That's the
go-to
point.
scorer.
And Tobias Harris is starting to become that go-to scorer.
Tobias is playing so well, bro.
And why is that? Because
Doc
of
Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
So that's why that was such a great hire.
Seth Curry reminds me of myself. Like, yo, 50,
50,
100?
100.
Bro, imagine that. That's crazy. Anyway, so we're going to take off Ben Simmons. Zach LaVine's over him, right? Okay. Last guy they got here, Trae Young.
That's tough. That's tough.
Who would get in over him though? I'm trying to think if there's anybody more deserving.
I don't like Trae Young, so I just don't want to see him there. But at the same time, he can't like.
I mean,
there's no one else you
29,
can put
11.
over him.
Like you can't really.
Yeah. And I mean, they were rolling for a bit.
Well,
Yeah,
who else would you put over Zach? Who's a candidate over Trae Young?
That's why there's really not
Yeah, that's the thing.
not
Yeah.
many.
And I think like since it's in Atlanta, and the NBA kind of worked with Atlanta to get him in, I think they're like, all right,
Well, anybody could work with Atlanta and Florida and still get like 50,000 fans because they don't even believe in COVID over there. But yes, Trae Young
There's
is
1,500 fans that are gonna be there though.
So it's 26 and 11, 26 and 9. My bad, but still, those are good numbers. 26 and
same
9.
thing, really. Honestly, he just got to play like 2 more minutes. You know, average 29 and 11.
Yeah,
But,
Trae Young deserves it. It's in Atlanta, I think.
yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's give it to him, even though he sucks. But as for the West, oh wait, so just to reiterate the Eastern Conference, so we got Jaylen Brown. That's a no-brainer. James Harden. We put Julius Randle, Jason Tatum. Who do you put over Middleton? No, Vucevic,
Yes.
Levine, and Trae Young. Those are our starters, and I'm down with it. Honestly, I believe in it. So
Our
far,
list, no one could get mad at our list. Like no
Yeah.
one can.
Like maybe there's some people here and
like,
there
listen,
you can be like,
yeah. Let's talk about this real quick because actually no, we're gonna talk about it after here because I'm gonna get into because some people were saying that I don't know anything about basketball. You are right, but I know a little bit more than nothing. So
Bro,
at
we're
least
gonna
you
talk
make
about this.
yourself sound like you're knowledgeable, right?
I
At
love the comments though. The comments made me thrive, bro. But look, we'll get into that in just 1 second.
Bro, I feel like the people love me though. The people know.
Johnny, you're just so lovable. It's your smile, bro. Like
it's your winning
J,
smile
when
and
you're not
mentality.
Dewey J, like you're a good person, bro. Like it's amazing to see you
Thanks,
change. Yeah,
I
you saw the smile, Isandro. He said thanks.
Look
Man.
at those pearly
He said,
whites,
"Thanks,
bro.
man."
I'm going blind, bro. That's crazy.
Thank you for that, bro. We needed that. So West backcourt, they got Damian Lillard. No argument there, right? I mean, we just had a whole conversation about Damian Lillard.
Imagine.
No argument.
It's like here's why Dame Lillard doesn't deserve to be in the reserve.
like we should just switch up and just say Damian Lillard doesn't deserve to be an All-Star.
Just
I know,
imagine
right?
turn into Stephen A. Be like, yo, night and day, just switch up
For
like
real.
that, right?
Bro, Stephen A is so funny now because like he doesn't even care about giving takes. He just cares about going viral and yelling on TV.
Like,
Yo,
it's
really,
working wonders though.
The Brooklyn Nets.
Bro, I woke up at 7 a.m.
30.
I woke up at 7 a.m. and he yelling about Tyrese Halliburton at 7:30 a.m. That's when I knew Stephen A. All right, bro. You don't.
Well, granted, it is 7:30 a.m. over there. You know, Western or your time. Out here 10:30, baby, because you know stock market opens pretty early for us. Anyway, West backcourt, second guy, Chris Paul. I'm gonna put Devin Booker over him. Only because Devin Booker, like, I think Chris Paul deserves it. But if I had to put one guy in Phoenix, I would put Devin Booker over Chris Paul. What do you guys think?
You know, it's crazy. I would actually put Devin Booker over Chris Paul, even though Chris Paul's impact has been. I think it's been better though. But you
Me
got to
too.
give it to D Book. You got to give it to D Book. You know,
Yeah. What about you, Johnny? You're from Arizona, so
this is the only opinion
you're
that
on mute,
matters,
bro.
right?
You're on mute.
My bad.
Are you good?
That's so hard, man, because Devin Booker was putting up great numbers, and that streak that he was on, my goodness, putting up amazing numbers. Chris Paul's impact for the Phoenix Suns has been unbelievable from the jump. I don't know, but just because it's the reserves, I want to put who I want to see, and I want to see D Book, you know. So
Oh, so fan voting. I don't know, bro.
I said
I don't know.
reserves. I said reserves.
You're right. You're right. You're right. No, I agree. I wanted to see Devin Booker. I would love to see Chris Paul too. So him and LeBron throw lobs and stuff because they're getting up there in age, especially Chris Paul. But I want to see D Book there over him. So
This All-Star game,
right now,
so it's just all right.
as of right
Yo,
now, we got. Yeah, go ahead.
you know Christian Wood probably would have made it in over these guys if he didn't get injured, right?
No,
23-11.
I would
no.
put him over the next guy coming up, and that's Rudy Gobert.
Yeah,
That's good.
but
You're
but
right.
that'd be outrage because the Jazz are winning, and you can't put Christian Wood over the number one team in the league. That's
But
like
there's another guy here in this list that I'm gonna talk about, but I don't think Rudy Gobert deserves an All-Star spot.
he does. Bro, stop.
I
He
just
does.
don't like him, bro. He doesn't do
Bro,
much, bro.
Rudy Gobert is one of the biggest bums in the NBA, but he deserves an All-Star spot, and you know this.
I do, because I'm not a casual like those guys said. But at the same time, like I want to be a casual and I want to say that Rudy Gobert sucks and that he's like, I just want to listen to Shaq. But he is leading that team defensively and offensively. He's really their second option besides Conley. But like, it's Gobert and Donovan Mitchell's team. That sucks. I hate that I just said that. But yeah, he goes. Paul George. Yup.
Yeah, no debate there. 50, 40,
Paul
90.
George. Beautiful.
Right.
It should be 50-50, 90, but he cooled off a bit. And they just came back today from their injury, right? Now they're going up against
Yeah,
Utah.
they're playing right now.
Yeah.
What's the score? What's the score? You know what the score is?
Yo, I got you, bro.
He'll let you know
All
in 1 second.
It
But
is
another
40,
guy
53 right now.
who's up.
Utah?
The Clippers.
Nice. Cool. So for another front court guy, Anthony Davis. Now he most likely won't play, but is he deserving? Like, should he be an all-star? Like, if he wasn't injured, should he be
Like
an all-star?
fully healthy.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. I mean, there's no debating that.
It's
Now,
like
Unless you're Charles Barkley.
no, but Charles Barkley kind of makes a point because like I think we all know AD is an all-star, but it's still disrespectful to leave him out, you know? It's like why would you put AD in there who's gotten injured, who's not his like really the same player over someone who's really improved and putting up all-star numbers, you know? But I mean, I love AD, so
Yeah, I think so. This it hasn't happened yet, right? I think they're gonna snub him because he's injured, right? Is that a possibility? And then they're gonna put somebody else in there, or would they
Nah,
pick him and then
nah.
because he's injured, they'll have somebody else?
Yeah, they'll
Okay.
most likely do that. Yeah.
Okay.
But if they do that, who is that guy that deserves to be there? Or should we go over the list? And because it really depends. If there's
go over the list.
if there's a wild card, then we'd have to. So he's definitely an all-star. Sad to see that he won't be playing this season, but we'll get into it. So here's the first wild card, and I love it. I think this is a great wild card pick. Mike Conley. This is what Bleacher Report is saying. Mike Conley. Their reasoning.
Bleacher Report, take away what I said about sponsorship. Mike Conley, bro.
No, man. Look, and let me look. This is what they're saying, and this is not from me. No. This is straight from Bleacher Report's article. It says it's about this season, and there's no denying that Conley has made a greater positive impact than Mitchell and all. but a handful of other guards in the league. All this is saying is that if we look not just at the regular numbers, which is his points, his rebounds, assists, steals, and all that stuff, if we take away that and we look deep into the metrics, with Conley off the court, the Jazz are, I believe here, it's like not in the negatives, but it's like middle of the pack. But when he's there, they're like plus 15. Like he's with Mike Conley, it's a lot more impactful than when Donovan Mitchell is playing. Granted, Donovan Mitchell takes more shots. He's their number one focus. So of course, when he's there, he might take a bad shot here and there. Whereas Conley, he plays smarter. I believe he is deserving of this All-Star spot over Donovan Mitchell only because of one thing. Mike Conley has been snubbed all his entire career. Donovan Mitchell is still young. Donovan Mitchell's going to get in all the rest of his career. I think Mike Conley deserves this spot. He's been snubbed way too many times. He'd never deserved that. He should have won. He should have been an All-Star 5-6 times already, but he's not. And it's because he's in the loaded West. But now he's on a team, number one in the West, that without him on the floor, they're not as good as they would be without him on the floor. You know what I mean? So I think I'm just giving it because I love Mike Conley. I would love to see him there over Mitchell. But what do you guys think? I mean, I know what you guys think, but what do you guys have to say about that, I guess?
I'm going to speak for me and Isandro. Conley's impact has been amazing. So because of the impact, I say before the All-Star game, they're going to put like a special presentation for Mike Conley saying we're not going to vote you into the All-Star game, but your impact for Donovan Mitchell was incredible. Thank you for watching the game. Thank you for what you've done in our league. Thank you, Mike Conley. And then everyone starts clapping, the HBCU fans, everyone's crying.
Of course.
People go crazy. Dan Snyder's like tearing up on the bench. And then Donovan
Quinn.
Mitchell gets in.
Quinn Snyder.
Dan Snyder is the guy that created iCarly and Victoria's.
That's like
Drake and Josh. And Drake and Josh, bro.
And Drake and Josh. You're right. But
so Dan Snyder and Quinn Snyder are crying on the bench. And then Donovan Mitchell gets announced as a reserve. That's not. So, we love Mike Conley, but bro, come on.
Wait, so Jason, are you saying instead of Donovan or in addition to?
Yeah, instead of. I don't want to see Donovan Mitchell in the All-Star game.
You see, okay, not biased. This is what
No. It's not biased. I would much rather see Mike Conley in there, for one, because he's been snubbed all his career, but two, the numbers just speak for itself. But of course, if I'm being realistic, of course, Donovan Mitchell deserves it over Mike Conley. I mean, he's the number one option on the number one team in the NBA. I mean, of course he deserves it, but
Mike Conley will get it. He'll get it at the end of his career, probably, like just when he retires.
Like a throw-in, like
Wayne Wade and Nowitzki,
right? Yeah, something like that, probably. Yeah,
but he's not a Wayne Wade and Nowitzki, so that might be.
That's
not an icon, so.
He's an icon in Memphis, though. Shout out Memphis. But yes, I agree with you guys. I think Donovan Mitchell deserves it over Mike Conley. I just want to see Mike Conley over there. So NBA, please make it happen. Okay, another West wild card, Zion Williamson.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Okay. That's not even a question. In fact, he should have been higher on this list. Like, Zion deserves it, hands down.
This man dropped 36 points, missing twice. How do you, Kate, I'm not, all right.
He reminds me a lot of myself.
Players miss 5-10 shots. He missed twice. And he went 1 for 1 from 3, so 100%. There you go.
So
Zion Williamson is just incredible. He's leading the NBA in points in the paint, and he's averaging 27, I believe. But
26.
26?
25.
25 what and what?
25, 7 and 3.
Those are good numbers, bro.
He's got to get. It's the efficiency.
I mean, you can't get rebounds when you got a 7-foot monster in Steven Adams just grabbing all the boards too.
Exactly.
Zion Williamson is 100% deserving of it. I think that they should have been so much better this season. I thought Stan Van Gundy would have done wonders.
We got to talk about the Pelicans in another pod.
Yeah.
Because this team is just bro, they got so much talent, yo. But it doesn't fit.
It might be too much talent and the fit, exactly. The fit is just, it's off. And JJ Redick has been cheeks, bro. Redick, he literally reminds me of myself. We're terrible. It's bad. So, but I love JJ. Shout out JJ.
You got two focus on the pod, bro.
Shout
got
out
too
the old
focused
man
on
and
the
the
pod.
three, bro. I mean, it's a great podcast. If you guys
Great
haven't seen it
pod, but
yet,
I mean,
yo,
he's focused too much
the
on it.
latest episode with Mike Conley, actually, it was great. It was beautiful.
JJ
So,
Redick
okay.
doing the podcast while they're supposed to be in practice.
Yo, JJ don't care about nothing, bro. He's old, man. He's 37. Shout out JJ.
I know.
But
Shout out
as
JJ.
for AD, again, he's out. Who is a player that you guys would put over AD? Now that I've read this entire list, and I'm gonna say mine, unless like I would like to go last, but if you guys don't have anybody to think that you guys can think of, who is somebody you'd like to see take his place? I think I'm just gonna
Who's
go.
our reserves right now? Can we like go through our reserves?
Okay, so we got for the West, we got Dame Lillard, of course. We said Devin Booker over Chris Paul. Rudy Gobert, Paul George, AD, injured, Donovan Mitchell, and Zion. So Zion would technically take over that West front court. So now we just need another wild card, which is just any position. Chris Paul, or that's one name that can come up. I believe DeMar DeRozan should be in the conversation. Only because the Spurs are winning games, and he's the main reason. So yeah, I believe DeMar DeRozan deserves that spot. If there's any other name you guys think of?
Not over CP3. He's got 20 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and he is one of the most inconsistent players in the NBA. One day he'll go for 30, another day he'll go for 7, and that literally happened. CP3, if he's not impacting you scoring wise, like DeRozan, because he has not much else to offer, CP3 is going to be impacting the game in other ways to a much greater extent than DeMar DeRozan. So if it's between those two, it's CP3. I mean, look, they were leading up to it, like they were getting better and better every year, but they haven't made the playoffs in X amount of years.
Yeah.
First year CP3 is on, they're in the top half of the West. They're positive.
No, I agree. I agree with you. If anything, I guess we could also put Mike Conley in the situation, only because I want to put him in there.
Dude, I don't know. I know this sounds terrible, but just because the Jazz are winning, and I know you feel this way about Mike Conley.
Oh, it's Mike Conley, bro.
But the way you feel about Mike Conley is the way I feel about Jordan Clarkson, bro. What he's doing on the bench for Utah, bro.
Yo, he's balling, bro.
6th man of the year, bro. He went for 43. Melo could never.
Dude, if you really crunch down the numbers and look at how Jordan Clarkson,
I know.
Bro, he's so important to Utah, man. I mean,
how is he still not an all-star in his career? Like that's all I'm gonna say. So I mean, okay, if we have to pick one though, because I think it's really just Chris Paul and DeMar.
I would look very stupid if I were to put Jordan Clarkson over CP3. So. CP3.
Dang. Okay. You know what? I'm not mad at it. I wish DeMar, but I'm down with CP3.
He's got to do better, bro.
But DeMar,
primary offensive option on this team, he's averaging 19.8, 5 and 6.9.
Well, that's because it's a team game, and their most important player has to do a little bit of everything, and that's what he's been doing. So,
yeah, Spurs players aren't going to put up numbers like that.
Yeah,
Leonard.
Exactly, or Tim.
Especially on a young team with a lot of pieces you're trying to build, like Kelvin Johnson, Lonnie Walker. You don't want DeMar DeRozan just ball hogging the whole time and trying to get these guys involved. But he needs a lot more recognition because the Spurs are winning 6 in the West, and nobody knows and nobody cares either.
I have them in my top 8, and it was because of DeMar DeRozan and Greg Popovich. People were really sleeping on Popovich and DeRozan at the beginning of the season. Jay didn't have them in the top 8.
Yeah, no.
Y'all didn't have the Warriors in the top 8 either. And I said, y'all can't count Steph out, and then y'all were like, whatever.
Holy crap. Draymond Green.
Yeah, we're wrong about that. We said the Warriors are going to be bad.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a
take. I was wrong about the Jazz too, though, so it balances out.
Oh, yeah, I had the Jazz out of my playoffs.
I was very wrong, yeah.
Remember, I wasn't the wrong about the Jazz. I remember I made sure to tell you guys about the Jazz.
Yeah. Thank you, Johnny.
I made sure to let you know, like, I know I'm wrong. After
I made sure to tell you guys about I don't think I mentioned that, but I made sure to tell you guys about the Jazz.
Yeah.
Yes.
Know I said the Warriors were gonna be decent because of Steph. Just know.
And I also mentioned the Jazz.
So you take that W,
I
I'll
was
take my
wrong.
W.
I was wrong about both teams, but all I'm gonna say is if the Jazz and the Warriors meet in the playoffs, the Warriors are destroying. There's no cap on that.
I remember you said this on a pod before, and Jeremy
The
was there,
last
and he
pod,
actually
the last
agreed with
pod.
you. He
Yeah.
took you seriously.
Did you
Obviously, you were joking.
Oh.
No, I'm not joking. I'm being 100% serious. I think the Warriors will beat them.
Well, the
Phoenix
only
too.
team other than the Lakers and the I mean, it's 3 teams. Like I said in the last pod, it's only Jazz, Lakers, Clippers that can be in the Western Conference Finals. That's it.
The
Unless
Jazz
Jamal
will
Murray
lose to
steps
the
up and
Warriors.
decides to beat
We're
Jamal
losing
Murray.
our fan base because of Jason. Bro, the Warriors are not destroying the Jazz.
No, yo, bro,
Bro.
people are gonna shred you in the comments again. Bro.
You know what? Comment section. Let me take this last 2 minutes just to talk to you guys. I love it when you guys say that we don't know anything about basketball. I love it that you
You
guys
should
have
take
bad
off your
takes.
hat real quick so they can flame your hairline.
Like, bro, look at hold up, bro. Have you seen this? Hold on. Let me just.
That hair's looking good though, bro. What do you
Yo,
use?
bro,
Garnier
yo.
Fructis?
I'm using absolutely nothing. It's all the hat. But comment section. I love that you guys are talking crap about us because that's what we like. We like to talk about whatever we believe, and to us, we might be right. To y'all, we might be wrong, and we won't care because you literally have nothing to do with us. So
And
thank
at
you
the
guys
end
for
of the
doing that.
day, look, at the end of the day, it's nowhere near as bad as the takes that Skip Bayless takes, right?
Hands
I
down.
mean,
Hands down.
we're
No,
still doing
hey,
better than that guy,
haters-
right? So
Haters
Well,
are your
stop.
motivators, bro.
Stop. Skip Bayless is an actor. He's a paid actor now.
yo,
He's a-
what is he gonna do when LeBron retires, bro? Is he gonna retire too?
Oh, he's done. He's done. He's done. We're gonna be with Shannon Sharp out there, bro.
You think Skip is gonna go through like some post LeBron pardon syndrome, like after he retires? He's in the hospital shaking a tweet about LeBron, and the therapist is like, "LeBron is retired now, Skip. It's been 25 years."
Not my goat.
Screw Skip Bayless, bro. I hate that man. But as an overall to end the convo here, just some key highlights. Dame Lillard, of course, he deserves an all-star spot. Should have been a starter, maybe no, but
Definitely.
we're gonna agree that he should have been. But shout out Luka. Luka, you are also very deserving of an all-star spot, hands down. AD is injured. We should talk about that another day. You know how important it was, and the Nets won. We didn't talk about that. The Nets won yesterday against the Lakers.
Nobody cares, bro. The Lakers had nobody. We didn't even have Dennis Schroeder.
They didn't have Schroeder, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope got injured in the game, right? And he kept playing.
Yeah, and Wesley Matthews tweaked his ankle.
The Nets won. That's all I'm gonna say. And
no, DeAndre Jordan is such a bum, bro. In the perimeter,
he sucks.
Oh my god,
Hate that man. I want Hassan Whiteside, bro.
They're not even making past the 76ers, bro. That paint, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are licking their lips,
we're gonna get
bro.
destroyed. We're gonna get destroyed.
They're licking their lips.
But Roberson finna lock up on Simmons on God.
Hey, bro, you saw that behind the back move that Audrey Roberson did at the end of the game? I don't know.
Beautiful, bro. Beautiful.
He looks fresh.
He looks like he's happy. Like he like just to be able to play. Like I like that, you know.
I'm happy for him too. I'm happy for him too. He was in a dark place, bro.
It was 2 years that he was out, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. But you know, shout out Roberson, shout out the Nets, shout out the NBA as a whole. The All-Star game is gonna be lit, even though some players might not even want to play in it. But that's a whole other topic if it even gets to it.
Nobody's trying to play in the All-Star game, bro.
Yeah.
But,
wait, hold on, wait. We didn't talk about De'Aaron Fox.
No, he does not deserve to be on.
Okay.
Bro.
What do you mean?
There's a reason why I didn't bring him up, bro.
Wait, hold on.
He is the most underrated NBA player, though.
No, I think Malik Beasley is the most underrated player, bro.
No, I'm saying underrated star, I guess, because Malik Beasley's the most star.
Oh yeah, I mean he's averaging 23. That's not bad.
Bro, the Kings are terrible, bro. You might as well put Tyrese Halliburton in the All-Star game.
Tyrese Halliburton, my guy, bro. I love that kid.
I said the Suns should have drafted him. The Knicks should have drafted him. No one listened to me. That's why I'm here in Portland. Hanging out with the Blazers GM, sipping champagne.
Try to trade for Drummond, bro.
Yo, Johnny, how old are you, bro?
Love.
How old I am? That's anyway.
Are you old? Okay, all right. Are you?
He said black don't crack, bro. He said black don't crack, bro.
Why are you worried? Why are you watching my pockets all the time, bro? Like, mind your own business.
Yeah, he says sipping champagne, bro. Are you 21 or are you actually drinking orange juice?
Nah, bro. He's bringing that ginger ale, bro. That hard ginger ale.
He's got the
guys,
the Canada Dry.
The Dunces. It was a pleasure seeing you guys here today. I think it's the first time the three of us have done a podcast, just us three.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool, you know, milestones, new milestones that we got going on here. It was a pleasure, Isandro. Great takes. Johnny, always amazing whenever you pull up. As for Jason, I don't really get that much love, but hey, shout out myself. We appreciate the Dunces. Have a great day. Please, no, wait, what is it? Like, subscribe, and hit that like button. And please, if you're listening on any platforms, please share us, you know, to your friends. We would really appreciate it. Thank
Tell
you
the
guys.
woman in your family to follow me.
There it is. That's the one. Wow, Isandro is committing to it, bro. All right.
Yo, you
So,
took 9 years.
anyway, we
Yo.
appreciate you guys. Have a great day.